Some weeknights are so busy you can barely get anything on the table, so you end up eating something quick like grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. Well, I'm going to show you a way to make a great meal in just a few minutes with no effort at all. The good old boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Now, a lot of you cooks a chicken breast and you're always wondering why it's dry or by the time it's cooked in the middle, it's dry on the outside. So I'm going to teach you a few tips today to make sure that that doesn't happen and that your chicken breasts always taste delicious and they get ready in less than 8 minutes. First of all, like I said before, always make sure your chicken is left on the counter for a while. Never put a stone cold chicken breast in a hot pan. By the time it gets cooked in the middle, it's going to be dry on the outside, so you don't want to do that. And another thing with these big fat chicken breasts like this, sometimes they're a little harder to cook and take longer. So what I'm going to do, because I've got such a busy night tonight, is I'm going to take the meat tenderizer and I'm going to pound it down so that it's all a nice even thickness about that. It makes the chicken cook nicer, it all cooks evenly that way, and it's right fast. In the meantime now, I've just turned on my grill pan and press. Now the grill pan and press, my dear, is a godsend. It's like having a barbecue in your house during the winter months when you don't want to shovel the snow off the barbecue. Or in times where you just don't have time to deal with heating the barbecue up. I'm heating up this pan. It's non-stick. It's guaranteed for life. It goes from stovetop to oven, and I just loves it. So first thing we're going to do, it's a little noisy, that plate out of the way, banging. So we're going to flatten out these chicken breasts so that they're about the same thickness. There you go. Notice how that's thinner now? That's the tender. It's thinner right like that. Now, this is the tender. You can cut the tender off if you want and cook that separately. Make them like little chicken fingers for the youngsters. It makes it a little easier to cook that way when you got a big old breast. And sometimes when you buy them, the tender's not on them at all. But for this purpose, I'm just going to take my kitchen shears. I'm going to cut this little tender off and use that for a nice little chicken finger at the end. Now I'm going to pound that flatter. And we got a beautiful chicken breast here, nice right thickness all the way around. Ready to go on the pan. Now the pan's heated up now, and I'm going to use grapeseed oil in the pan. Does anybody know why you'd use grapeseed oil in the pan for cooking chicken instead? This is why. Grapeseed oil has a higher smoke point than olive oil. If you're you can use olive oil, that's fine. But if you're going to use olive oil, never use extra virgin olive oil for cooking. Extra virgin olive oil is for salads and stuff like that. It's got a low smoke point, so by the time you get your stuff cooked, the oil's going to be burnt and your meal's going to taste like shit. So don't use extra virgin olive oil for cooking. It's for salads. If you didn't know that, now you learned something new today. I'm going to use grapeseed oil because I like to cook in a hot pan. Never underestimate the power of a hot pan. A hot pan will give you a nice sear on your meat on the outside and lock in those juices and make them wonderful. So don't be afraid to cook something hot and then turn it down as it cooks. The oil is heating up now, and I'm going to make 2 times the chicken because one likes spicy and one likes savory. So on this one, I'm going to sprinkle, both of them I'm going to sprinkle with a little bit of kosher salt. Kosher salt is best for cooking, not table salt. Table salt's for the table, people. Kosher salt's for cooking. You can use other types of salts for cooking, but kosher is my favorite for cooking. It uses less salt with more flavor. It just behaves nicer for gourmet cooking. And other salts like Himalayan salt and sea salt I often use for finishing salts. So I'm going to put Southwest seasoning on one. The Southwest seasoning mix is basically like chili powder, garlic, chilies, garlic, some other spices. It gives that nice Southwest flavoring that you would want. And this one I'm using the Italian seasoning. And that's just a blend of Italian herbs and spices. Oh, it's a brand new one. I haven't taken the lid off yet. It's just a blend of Italian herbs and spices like oregano and basil. Oh, it smells so good. And the nice thing about this is you can do chicken however everyone wants it. If the picky one only likes seasoning salt on it and put that on it, and this one likes this and this one likes the other. I likes mine spicy and my husband likes savory, so that's the way I'm doing mine. So I got one done with Italian and one done with Southwest, and now we're going to throw them in the oven or in the pan. Hear that sizzle? If you don't hear that sizzle when you put your chicken in the pan, your pan's not hot enough. Take it out and wait till your pan heats up. Now, I've got heat in the grill pan and press. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. It's down to about medium right now. I'm going to save this little gap for towards the end, because that's only going to take about 3-4 minutes, that is. Now while it's sitting in the grill pan and press, I'm going to let it cook for 3 whole minutes. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to sit there and peek at it and try to move it off the pan. Just leave it alone, let it do its thing. It's cooking. It doesn't want to be disturbed. If you need to, set your timer for the 3 minutes. After the end of 3 minutes, I'm going to flip it over and cook the other half for about 3 minutes, and then supper's going to be ready. I put on a pot of rice as soon as I got home while I was running around getting everything done. And that's done now, and it's sitting there behaving itself, not doing anything. Just to show you, I'll take my Tempered Chef tongs here. I'm just going to flip it only to show you the beautiful grill mark that you get on the grill pan and press. It's non-stick, my dear. It's beautiful. It goes from the stove top to the oven. The handle comes off for easy storage or for when you're transferring it to the oven. And it's guaranteed for life. This grill pan and press gets used all the time in my house. I hardly ever makes it to the cupboard because it's either in the sink or on the stove. So that's it for my little lesson on how to cook a really good chicken breast. If you got a good grill pan and press, pound that chicken with the meat tenderizer. Nice thing about this meat tenderizer, it's got a smooth slap for pounding chicken, and you unscrew it and it's got the sharp end for doing tenderizing rough tough meat and stuff before you grill that. It's got a nice weight to it. It's like a little stamp. It's easier than swinging one of those hammer ones because all the weight is on your hand and not on your wrist. Have a great dinner. I'm going to finish up mine and I'll show you a picture of how it turns out.